Hey y'all, welcome back
Hey,
to church.
preacher.
Way off time, and let's try it again. When I say, hey y'all, welcome back to church, you say, hey preacher. Hey y'all, welcome back to church.
Hey, preacher.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Anyway, it's good to be here again. I pray that if you're watching this online, if you're watching a video or Facebook or YouTube or whatever, that you get a blessing from today. I pray that you would look and see that Quinby Baptist Church is here and we're worshiping. I pray that you would look and see that God is faithful each and every day, no matter what's going on around you. I pray too that if you're at home and you don't have a home church, that you would come and join us. I pray that if you do have a home church, that you would be supporting that church today in these times. Before I go any farther, I'll pray that prayer. Father God, I thank you for another opportunity to stand in your pulpit. Lord, I ask that as I'm here today, that I not be a hindrance or a stumbling block for anyone. I ask that my words will be according to your will and your way and your word. Lord, I ask this in God in Jesus' name. Amen. Now, I was thinking this week about what we're seeing around us now, and I was thinking about how so many are trying to help those that are around them. I was thinking about what I can see happening and even about all that we need to do. Then, of course, I was thinking about you, and I was thinking about all the things I've seen you all do. I was thinking about all the things Quinby Baptist Church has done that were so much bigger than we should be able to accomplish. Y'all remember the fall festivals, 500-600 people coming through here. We fed them all. Wilson's marching band coming, Mr. Ernie and his band performing, and each one of you working. And we all had to work or it wouldn't happen. Remember all the vacation Bible schools we've had where we reached so many kids, and more importantly, nearly all of us were working to do it. Can you remember those times when each one of us threw into the labor, threw into the pot that was going on? Can you remember those times? I want you to think about those as we talk today. The Good News Club is staffed by people who give their time every single Tuesday to share Christ with kids who they don't know or hadn't seen before until those days. Think also about the slip and slide kickball that we didn't get a lot of participation in, but you were still faithful to do it. Now we know that though I'm saying we did or we're doing, but you need to know that when I say that, I absolutely mean that God is doing these things through us. He's working and He is moving and He's motivating, and His faithful children are being used to accomplish what He has ordained. I want to read to you some verses. This is Philippians 4, 8, and 9. It says, finally, brethren, whatever things are true, whatever things are noble, whatever things are just, whatever things are pure, whatever things are lovely, whatever things are of good report, if there is any virtue and if there is anything praiseworthy, meditate on these things. These things which you learned and received and heard and saw in me, these do. And the God of peace will be with you. That's some powerful verses right there, y'all. I pray that if you heard me just then and you didn't have your Bible turned to that, I pray that you would look at that. I pray that you would read that at home. And again, that was Philippians 4, 8 and 9. Right now, we have an opportunity to do some mighty things for Christ. I think most of you would probably agree with that, because there's so many people around us who are in need. And I'm not just talking about people who are afraid of the virus. I'm talking about waiters and waitresses. I'm talking about all those who lost their income due to the shutdown. I know some are getting unemployment. I also know that some aren't. I know there's a lot of opportunities out there right now to help someone meet the needs that they can't meet on their own. Maybe you know them. Maybe it's your family. And I encourage you today, if it's you, to let us know. I encourage you also that if someone lets you know, that you do your best to meet their needs. And if you can't, you come back here and you tell us, you tell your church family about it, and let us help you. We don't have a lot of money, but we do have a lot of faith. We here at this place and this family are not all about works, though. Our works are as pearls cast before the swine. That means that mighty and precious things cast before the pigs. That's what our works are worth. That's what our works are. But in God, they're changed. In Christ, they're changed. Faith, you see, without works is dead. Works without faith is nothing but trash cast before the pigs. But works, and working to spread the name above all names, working to spread God, spread Christ, and the message of Jesus Christ is something that's always fruitful. It's always for benefit. Working to meet the needs of someone less fortunate than you are in His name is a righteous work. Whatever true and whatever is noble, whatever is just, whatever is pure and lovely, those things will be blessed. Always are and always have been. The work will be blessed and the worker will be blessed. We here in this congregation have been blessed by the work of each other. We've seen the community respond to us. We give credit to God for what's happened here, and we've reached out and we've welcomed the community into this church, and we've done it not asking for anything, only giving. You know, all the things we've done, we've never asked for a dime. We've never said, please support us. We've never had a fundraiser. We've never said, why don't you bring some money so that we can help people in this community. We've never done that because you all have seen to the need. You all have put forth the programs that we've done. You all have put manpower behind them. You all have put the cash behind them. You all have done those things for no reason other than to reach people in the name of Christ. For no other reason than that. For no other reason than that, to show love to people you don't know. That's why you've done these things. Many of you can testify how they've reacted to the things you and your church have done for the community. Now we should build on that. Continue on the path that we've started down. Continue on those things that we've done and that you have done so faithfully. Continue only more so. Meet the needs and let them know why we've met them in the past and why we're doing it now. We're doing it well in these trying circumstances. Let's don't fall into a trap of turning inward. I know it's tempting to do that. I mean, it's hard right now just taking care of yourself. Well, we take on things because they are hard. The easy things are left for others. Our God makes amazing commonplace. He's given so much that we're almost accustomed to it. Amazed by God appears all the time. He takes things and times and he makes miracles. He saves and he gives, he amazes, and that's just who he is. We should be meeting the needs in his name because it's harder to do that right now. I'm not saying ignore good practices and get out there, but I'm saying get creative and look for a need that you can meet. There's a lot of needs that you can meet right now that have nothing to do with faith. That have nothing to do with touching, that have nothing to do with physical contact with people who maybe are mistrustful or worried or scared about something. There's a lot of things you can do, and I don't know what to tell you to do, but I'm going to tell you to be creative because you are a creative people. I want to tell you to look for a need and meet it in the way you can. If you look and you see your neighbor's weeds is growing up, you know they're a little elderly, you can't get out, go over there and run the weed eater around the yard. That ain't that hard. If you're uptown at the grocery store and you know your neighbor can't get out, get them a gallon of milk and drop it off on the steps. Tell them to pick it up. There's no other than sour milk. But we can meet those needs in a lot of ways, in a lot of creative ways. Think about what I can do. Think about what you can do. Think about how we can be helpful. Think about how we can spread Christ and our willingness to do and give. See, our God, he expects this of us. Now's the time when doing things as we've always done won't work. We're doing things that we haven't done before, so let's think outside the box. Meet the needs like we've never met them before, in ways that we've never met them before, but meet them in the same way with the same strength, and that's his strength. And when I say meet them in the same way, I mean we meet them like God meets them. We meet them like God sees fit in us. We meet them with strength he gives us, with a plan he gives us. That's how we meet these needs. I want to tell you something about this God, this Jesus Christ that I've been talking to you about. He died on the cross for me. You know, he did that for me when I was lost. And that while I was still a sinner, I'm always a sinner. But then before I accepted him, before I had any love for him, before I had any care or concern for him, he died on a cross for me. He gave to me out of who he is. He gave to me out of love for me when I didn't love him back. He gave for you in the same manner. He gave for you when you did not know who he was. He gave for you when you were not looking for him. He gave for you when you didn't think you wanted him. He gave for you. He died on a cross so that you would have the ability, so that you would have an opportunity at salvation and forgiveness. He did all those things for you when you had no care, no concern, no love, no feelings for him at all. He died for you at that time. I want to ask you, what can we do for these people out here? For these people who are having a ball. You hear the motorcycles going by us. You hear the cars going by us to and fro. You hear all that's going on around us. What can we do for these people? Now, I don't know what the answer is to that, but I know that we need to get out there. We need to be creative in trying to find out what we can do. I know that we can't turn inward at a time where you want to say, well, let's just take care of ourselves right now. We can't do that. That's not what God's children do. That's not what Christ did. Christ could have said, I'll just take care of me, and he wouldn't have gone to that cross. He could have said that, but he didn't. He looked at me in need, and he said, the only way to satisfy this need is for me to lay on a cross and allow him salvation. That's what he did for you. He said the only way to meet their need is for me to go to this cross. He said that. These people out here, they don't know what they need. They don't know what they're missing. They don't know that they're lost, some of them. They don't agree that they're sinners. They don't think they're doing anything wrong. They're just going about their daily life. They don't understand that sin has a hold on their life. Oh, but I'm living a good life, preacher. I'm a good guy, preacher. I do good things. Okay, saved and good ain't the same thing. Saved and good ain't the same thing, y'all. I'm sorry to tell you this. And all the good deeds in the world won't get you through the gates of heaven. All the good deeds in the world won't. Christ's blood on the cross will. My asking, my pleading, my wanting for that forgiveness in my life. You know, I made it a lot harder than it had to be. All I got to do is say, Jesus, I believe. God, I want, and He gives it to me. But that's who He is. That's who He is. See, He's made it so simple for me to have something that's so precious. Made it so simple for you to have something that's so precious. How can we deny that to those people? How can we deny that to them? How can we not be the one to go and take it? How could we be the one to drop the ball, to drop the message and not take it? How could that be us? It can't be us. It can't be God's children. It can't be His people. It can't be me who He's given so much to. It can't be you who He's given so much to. It can't be. It can't be, because I've seen your lives. I know the blessings that a lot of you have. I know the faith that a lot of you, I know the giving hearts and the natures that a lot of you have. I know some of your personality. I know some of your character. And I know that you don't want any of them to perish and us being able to do anything about it. I know that. Right now, turning in is the easy thing to do. Turning inwards is the easy thing to do. Right now, it's easy to think about what I need and what would make my life better and easier. Right now, it's easy to think what I can do to get back into the church so I can get what I want. Well, let me tell you, God does not need that. I mean, He wants us in that building. He does. But what God needs is your love. What He wants is for us to go and spread it so that others can have that same thing. That's what our God is. That's who He is. That's what He wants. That's what He wants. I can sit out in this parking lot. You can sit out in this parking lot, and we can praise His name, and we can tell Him His wonderful greatness, and we can do all those things, and He'll look down upon us, and He'll smile, and He'll be happy and pleased with us. And I know that He is. I've always said that you need nothing more for church than somebody to stand up on a stump and read His Word. You need nothing more than to stand on a stump and read His Word to a people that will listen. You need nothing more. A lot of them out there won't listen right now, but the more you take it, the more you go, the more you're faithful, the more you meet needs, the more their ears will open to what you have to say. The more their ears will open to this Jesus Christ that I'm talking about, to this God who's supplied all these things to us. The more we go, the more we do, the more susceptible, the more they'll hear, the more they'll be willing, the more they'll trust us. And trusting us is the first part. Trusting us is the first part. Hearing the message that God has done, but trusting Him is the big part. That's what we're here for. We're here to show them who He is so that they might come to trust in Him for their salvation. And when you get there, you run the race. Man, you run the race. You just wait for the finish line. You just wait for the finish line. I live a great life. I live a great life. I think most of you would say the same thing. Now, regardless of what's in it, regardless of how much you have or how much you don't have, regardless of the trials and turmoils, I live a great life because I know that God is with me. I know that Jesus Christ is with me. I know that I'm His child. I know that I'm an heir. I know that I got great things to come. And I get some pretty doggone good things right now. I get some pretty good things right now. But what I got to come is so much more and so much better. That's offered to each one of us. I pray that you would take it, that you would hold on to it. I pray, too, that you would take it to those people out there. Take it to them. Take it to them. If we get this message and we hold it, and we're supposed to be jealous of His Word. But that kind of jealous of His Word means that I have it in my heart and I don't want nothing to happen to it. But it's not a kind of a jealousy that I don't want somebody else to have. I'm jealous of His Word and I want to hold on to it tightly and closely. And then I want to go out and I want to say, here's what it is. Here's what it is. And that jealousy means that I ain't going to change and I ain't going to do nothing different. That jealousy in my heart means that I love Him, He loves me. It's always going to be that way. Nothing's going to change because I hold this dear and close to it. And I'm going to tell you, I think about these people and what's in their heads and what's in their hearts, and I just don't know. And then some of them I know are flying in the face of God. Some of them are saying, who is this God? And He don't know, He don't have no part in my life. And some of them saying, I don't even believe in this God. And some of them saying, how could a God allow this? There's all kind of arguments. There's all kind of words people use to justify their not accepting. Nobody can argue with a loving child going and meeting their needs. And nobody can argue with you helping. And nobody can argue with that. And then they want to know why you've done that. And because your God told you to. Because Jesus Christ accepts you to. Changes things for everybody. Changes the way they listen, changes the way they see, changes the way they understand. I encourage you to do these things. When opportunity arises, I encourage you to let them know why you do these things. And I believe right now the opportunity will arise. But you need to tell them, maybe more so than usual, more so than you have before. You need to tell him who he is. You need to tell him that he loves him. You need to tell him, I assure you, he loves him just like he loves you. Because he loved me when I was such a wretched person. He loved me. And what do we say? He loved us too much to lose. That's what he did for me. As good Baptists do, we're going to have an altar call. And I'm going to tell you, that God loves you, that he sent his son Jesus Christ to die for you, that he offers you salvation, that he offers you mercy and grace. I want to tell you that he carries your burdens. I want to tell you that he walks each step with you, that you don't think you can walk on your own. I want to tell you that he's never without you. You're never without him, that he's always by your side, that he's always in front clearing and making a path for you. He's always there. He's always doing that. He's never failed and he won't now. I pray that if you never accept him as your Savior, that today would be the day that you would do it. I pray too that if you got a burden on your heart, if you're struggling with something, that you would ask him in and that you would just allow him that place in your life. That you would allow him to be the God who he is. I pray that you would do that. Now, I want to tell you, if you made a decision or if you need to talk to somebody, that these deacons who are standing outside of this truck will be willing to talk to you. They will listen, they will hear, they will direct you to where you need to go. I pray that you would do that. As we close in prayer, I want you to take it as an invitation.
Father, we thank you so much for the strong message that we've heard. Twofold, Lord. One, our reaching for the lost. Lord, if there's any one of us that doesn't know you as Savior, Lord, meet us today. Move on our hearts, Lord. Meet us where we are. Draw us into that sweet relationship, Lord. And then those of us, Lord, that are already saved, we heard a message too, Lord. It's our responsibility to go out, to reach, to minister, to meet other people. So, Lord, we ask that you would open those doors, that you would show us ways and give us opportunities, Lord, that we would be the servants that you called us to be your people, to bring you honor and to reach the lost, Lord, so that lives would be changed and they'd be changed for your name and for your glory alone. And it's in Jesus' name we ask these things.
Hey, I love you. I mean, and I'll see you soon.